everybody, a big welcome back to the channel, and welcome if this is your very first time here. Today we have another quiz in store for you, and the theme of this particular quiz is music of the 1990s. So I have 10 questions for you here today, and a few of them are in fact multiple choice, which will give you a bit of a helping hand if you are struggling on those particular questions. But yeah, let's jump right into the questions, all about music of the 1990s. So our very first question is, which All Saints hit released in November 1997 eventually reached the #1 spot in January 1998? Was it I Know Where It's At, Never Ever, or Under the Bridge? And I don't think Under the Bridge was a song by All Saints. Wasn't that a song by the Red Hot Chili Peppers? I'm not 100% sure. Music isn't my strong suit, to be completely honest, but I am going to give these questions a go and give my opinion on what I think I would have said for the answer. And for this particular question, I think I would have got it right. So if you said the answer was Never Ever, then well done. You got the first question right. So moving on to question 2, and it is another question relating to a girl band that were very popular in the 90s, and it is, which Spice Girls video saw the group appear animated as fairies because of their ongoing tour of America? Was it Spice Up Your Life, Mama, or Viva Forever? And to be completely honest here, I would have been guessing, but if you said Viva Forever, then well done, you got that one absolutely right. And our third question here of this quiz is as follows. Which actress left EastEnders to launch a solo career with Perfect Moment in 1999? And we don't have any multiple choice options here, so hopefully you do know the answer. I think it's quite a difficult one if you're not from the United Kingdom, but I do actually know the answer to this, despite the fact that I don't watch EastEnders. But the correct answer is Martin McCutcheon. And moving on to our next question. Save Tonight was the title of a one-hit wonder from which singer in 1997? And I think I would have had an idea of the right answer for this question. And I think in general, one-hit wonders are quite interesting when an artist or a band simply has one hit that does well, and then they kind of fade away into obscurity again. But if you said Eagle Eye Cherry, then give yourself a pat on the back. You are absolutely right. Okay, so moving on to our next question. I've Been Expecting You was the second solo album from which former Take That member? And for me, that particular album title doesn't really ring any bells, but I do know that the person from Take That had the most successful solo career was Robbie Williams, and that is indeed the correct answer for that question. So well done if you said Robbie Williams. And moving on to our next question, which is a multiple choice option question, and it is as follows. With which song did Prince score his only UK #1? Was it The Most Beautiful Girl in the World, 1999, or When Doves Cry? And for me, personally, I think there is only one title there that I'm really familiar with and would be able to sing in my head to any degree, and it turns out that it is the right answer. So if you said The Most Beautiful Girl in the World, then well done. You have got that question absolutely right. So we move on, and we have 4 questions remaining. The Clash had to wait until which year to reach their first UK #1 single, when their track Should I Stay or Should I Go finally reached #1 following its usage on a Levi's advert? Oh wow. Now that does take me back to the early 90s when I was a little kid at the time. I do think I remember the particular Levi's advert that it is referring to. So yeah, that's quite a trip down memory lane for me personally. And I do remember the song Should I Stay or Should I Go? And we have 3 answers to choose from here, which is there to help us if you are stuck. So our options are 1990, 1991, or 1992. So yeah, quite a tricky one there, and I think quite a lot of you will be guessing for this one because it is a very specific year and it's quite difficult to know exactly what year this song reached #1. But if you said 1991, well done, you have got the correct answer there. And we move on to question 8. On leaving the Spice Girls, Mel B teamed up with Missy Elliott to top the singles chart with which track? And again, we have a multiple choice option here. Is it I Want You Back, Tell Me, or Feels So Good? And I think for me, I would have been somewhat guessing at this one, but I think I would have picked the right answer. So if you said I Want You Back, well done. You've got that question absolutely right. So we have 2 questions remaining, and our next question is as follows. Deep Blue Something had a 1995 hit with which track, which takes its name from an Audrey Hepburn film? And we don't have any multiple choice options here, but I think if I had multiple choice options for this question, I would have got it right. But having to answer without that option, I answer is Breakfast at Tiffany's. So a big well done if you knew the answer to that question without the help of multiple choice answers. Okay guys, we have one question remaining, and it is as follows. The Labour Party used which D-Ream track as a soundtrack to the 1997 general election? I'll just read that again. The Labour Party used which D-Ream track as a soundtrack to the 1997 general election? Was it Four Things to Come, You Are the Best Thing, or Things Can Only Get Better? And I don't know for sure what the right answer to this would have been if I was playing, but I have a feeling that I would have got it right, because I feel at the time the political state of the UK wasn't in the best place, so that is why they used this particular song, and it was Things Can Only Get Better. So a big well done if you got that right and you finished the quiz on a high. So yeah guys, that is the quiz complete, but I hope you did well, and however you did, please let me know down in the comments. I always love to hear from you guys how you got on with these quizzes, so yeah, let me know how you did. Hey quiz lovers, welcome back to another Whispered Quiz episode, and today we are covering the topic of Disney. So I have here 15 Disney related questions with both a mixture of animated Disney movie questions as well as live action. And to help you out on some of the questions, we have multiple choice options, whereas some questions do not. So we have a good mixture of questions today in terms of difficulty level. So guys, I wish you the best of luck, and let's get started. Question 1. In the film Frozen, who played the voice of Anna? And with this first question, there is no multiple choice options, so you either know the answer or you don't. And the correct answer here is Kristen Bell. So well done if you said Kristen Bell. Question 2. Which Disney film is set in Scotland and has Billy Connolly as the voice of Fergus? Is it Brave, Shrek, or The Incredibles? And I must admit, I wouldn't have known this answer as well as the first question. In fact, I'm more familiar with the older Disney movies of the early period, so sort of 40s, 50s, 60s and so on. But if you said Brave, then well done, Places, in which 2003 film? Is it The Parent Trap, Freaky Friday, or Trading Places? And I'm very pleased to say that I do know the answer to this question even without the multiple choice options. And if you said Freaky Friday, well done, you are correct for that question. And question 5. In Toy Story, what kind of animal is Rex? I think this is quite an easy one. And the correct answer there is dinosaur. So well done if you said that Rex is a dinosaur. So, question 6. Which film stars Denzel Washington as a newly appointed football coach? And we don't have any multiple choice options for this question. So again, you either know the answer or you don't. But you could in fact guess the answer, I suppose, but I would have no luck with this question myself. But if you said Remember the Titans, well done, you got that answer correct. And I have heard of the movie, but I wouldn't have been able to connect the two. Question 7. In the film Cars, who voices the character Lightning McQueen? Is it Will Ferrell, Owen Wilson, or Channing Tatum? And I would have been guessing at this particular question, but if you said Owen Wilson, you are absolutely correct. So, question 8. What does Hakuna Matata mean? And I believe this phrase was used in The Lion King, but I cannot for the life of me think what it means. But the correct answer here is in fact no worries. So well done if you said no worries, but I personally wouldn't have been able to remember what Hakuna Matata means. But we move on to question 9. What is the name of Belle's father in Beauty and the Beast? And this was a movie that my sister absolutely loved when we were young, and she played it a lot, so I do know the answer to this question. But we have multiple choice options for this question. So, is it LeFou, Maurice, or Lumiere? And the correct answer there is Maurice. So well done if you said Maurice. And question 10. Emperor Cusco turns into what animal in The Emperor's New Groove? Is it a llama, a wolf, or a tiger? And well done there if you said he turned into a llama. That is a movie that I personally haven't ever seen before. But there we go. Llama is the correct answer. And question 11. What was the first Pixar movie? Was it Toy Story, A Bug's Bug's Life or Ants. So these were all made in the 1990s, and I do actually know the answer to this question. And if you said Toy Story, well done, you have got that one absolutely right. And I think Toy Story has to be my personal favourite Pixar movie. I haven't seen a whole lot of Pixar movies, particularly the newer stuff. You know, as I grew up, I grew out of animated movies, but for me, Toy Story came out at a time when I was still young enough to really appreciate it, and I absolutely loved Toy Story. So, we have 4 questions remaining. Question 12. What meal do Lady and the Tramp share? And I think this is quite an iconic scene. I haven't actually seen the movie Lady and the Tramp, but I can picture the scene. And the correct answer there is spaghetti. So well done if you said spaghetti. Question 13. How many sisters does Ariel have? 6, 7, or 8? And Ariel is a character from The Little Mermaid, I believe. And the correct answer there is 6. Ariel has 6 sisters. So we have 2 questions remaining. What is the full name of Tarzan's female companion? And I have to admit, I would have absolutely no idea on this question. But if you said Jane Porter, well done, you have got that one correct. And I think if you got that one correct, you could consider yourself to have strong Disney knowledge, because I think that's a pretty tough question. And finally, question 15. In which film does Quasimodo feature? And I'm happy to say that I do know this answer, so I would have finished this quiz with a correct answer. And if you said The Hunchback of Notre Dame, then you have finished with a correct answer. Well done. And that is just about it for today's quiz on Disney. I hope you enjoyed the quiz, and be sure to let me know down in the comments how you got on with it, as well as suggest future quiz topics that you'd like to see made on the channel. Also, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button, consider subscribing if you haven't done so, and I'll bring you plenty more quiz videos like this in the near future. But a big thank you as always for joining me. Your ongoing support is highly appreciated. And until next time, rest easy, sleep well, and I hope to see you again very soon for another quiz. And goodbye for now.